dimensioning. Once you created the sketch using sketch entities, you will edit using sketch tools, and next you want to apply dimensions for those sketches. In SolidWorks we have smart dimensioning, horizontal dimension, vertical dimension, and ordinate. And for the sketch you can apply the dimensions automatically, which will make the entire sketch to be fully defined. Let's see how we can do this in sketcher mode. SolidWorks environment. Here you can see the different type of dimensions. Smart dimension help us to create dimension according to the geometry creation. If I select this vertical line, I will get linear dimension. If I select these two lines, I will get an angular dimension. And if I select this circle, I will get a diameter dimension. If you select arc, you will get radial dimension. This is what we can do with smart dimension. Let's see what are the different options available in dimensioning. To retrieve dimension, I will use a shortcut, and I will make this line to be dimensioned with a linear, and select here. You will get the dialog box. In this dialog box you can see here there is a variable that is a primary variable. This is very primary name given for the sketch, and you can use scroll bar to increment this. Now the increment, you can see it is incremented in 10 mm. If you want to modify, you can go to this pin increment, you can enter the value, and that will be the increment value. And there is one more option, mark dimension to be imported into your drawing. When you want to retrieve these dimensions in sketcher, if you want to when you want to import this sketches into your drawing environment, you need to select this button, and once you complete it, you can give here done. This is about smart dimensioning. Once you complete smart dimensioning, the dimension properties can be controlled by using this dimension property manager. Here you have the option of adding the prefix for the dimension, or you want to apply tolerances, you want to apply limits. What you need, you can apply here. I'll make it as 5 mm here, plus you can see from the size, exact size 5 mm will be automatically added, and it will be shown. You want to align, you want to add any special prefix or suffix to this text, you can do it. And still, if you want to have dual dimension, you can also have the dual dimension. And once you complete this, there is one more option of controlling the leaders, how it has to be, which style you have to use, whether it should be inside or outside, what you want to create, you can apply from here. And leader style, if you want to if you want to make it so thicker, that is, you want to apply more line width, you can apply for this. And other, here it will give you an option of overriding the length unit. You want to show it in the millimeter, or you want to show it in the meter. You can override this. That is, apart from setting up the standard units, you can also override, and for your user friendliness you can choose the required unit to be shown there. And still, you can make it as driven dimension or driving dimension. If you make driven dimension, this will be the reference dimension. This will not drive the geometry. You cannot edit this. This is all about smart dimensioning. Now let's look into baseline dimensioning, that is ordinate dimension and then vertical dimension. If you go for horizontal dimension, if I select these two center point of the circle, you will get horizontal. And if I go and say vertical, if I choose these two circles, you will get the vertical dimension. And if I choose ordinate dimension, and I will say this is the baseline, and I will say this circle and this circle, this is ordinate dimensioning. The same like you can do horizontal, select this origin, and I will say here second, third and fourth entity. Now similarly we can create for vertical also. I can select this one and make this has to be shown here, and you can select this to create the ordinate dimension. And once I create this, I would like to move this and keep it this dimension along this near to this sketch, but all this sketch is moving in one single unit. I need to break the relationship. What I will do, I'll right click here and I'll go and say break alignment. If I use break alignment and I'll click OK here, now you can see you can move this as separate entities. Once you did this, if you want to once again align this, select this entity and go and say tools, dimensions. Here you have align ordinate. Once again you can align ordinate. You can dimension, you can align all the ordinate dimension. And there is one more advantage you have here, that is you can make the sketches to be automatically dimensioning the entire sketch can be dimensioned automatically by the software itself, making it fully defined. Select this and go to tools, dimension. You have fully defined sketch, and when you are defining this, you can use what type of constraint you want to apply. You want to apply only horizontal, or you want to apply tangent. Whatever you need, you can choose everything here. And when I select calculate, it will give you the orientation of the dimensions. But I need on the right of the sketch, I'll use calculate. We are done on this, but once again this should be above. I'll calculate. Here you can see all the sketches has been given dimension, but it looks to be so congested. So what I will do, I'll cancel this and I'll take only one entity, that is I'll take only one sketch so that we can understand how it creates. Tools, dimension, fully defined sketch, calculate, and once again above sketch, calculate, and right of the sketch, calculate. This is how you can apply the dimension to the sketches automatically. And when you want to change, you can double click and you can change as per your requirement. And that's all about dimensioning in SolidWorks.